Hi, my name is Leora Kaye. I'm a rabbi, and I'm so excited to welcome you today to StoryTime with JKids Radio. I'm going to tell a story that I sometimes call, and I've always heard it being called, Lunch with God. So it turns out there was a young boy who lived in a shtetl, a small little community. And what he really wanted most of all was to spend some time with God. So one morning when he woke up, he packed himself a whole package, a satchel really, with some challah and with some juice and with some fruit and with some vegetables even, and he went out on a little mission to see if he could find God. Now he knew that God lived sort of far away, so he brought all these things with. He started to walk, and he walked for only a little while before he really got a bit tired and a little bit hungry, and he saw that there was a bench, and on this bench there was an older woman sitting. He figured it would be okay, maybe they could share the bench together. He sat down and he started eating a little bit of the challah that he had brought. He looked and he noticed that she seemed like she might be a little bit hungry, so he quietly offered her some challah as well, and she took it and she smiled, such a big smile. He wasn't surprised. His father made challah every week and it was quite delicious. And so they sat there together, and then he started eating some of his fruit. He offered her some of that as well. She had such a beautiful smile. He just wanted her to keep smiling, and she took it, she smiled. And the next thing she did was she started to hum a little nigun, a little song that has no words but just a tune. It was one that he knew well, and so he started humming along too. And the two of them hummed, and they sat there most of the afternoon. He would share some of his food, she would start a new nigun, she would smile, he would be happy, she would be happy. But eventually, the sun started to set and he realized he needed to go home. So he packed up his things and he walked away, but just as he was leaving, he sort of turned around to give her one last smile. She gave him one last smile, and then together, it was clear they were both okay with it. They gave each other a really big hug. He made his way home, and when he got there, his mother looked at him and said to him, "Well, where is it that you've been all day? I realize you haven't been underfoot. What is it that you've been doing?" And he said to his mother, "You know, Mom, I have to say, I went out there into the world, I sat on a bench, and I had lunch with God." Now, she always wanted to believe everything he said. She wanted to encourage him, so she said, "Tell me, what was it like?" And he looked at her and he said to her, "You know, Mom, she has the most beautiful smile." Now, you might think that's where the story ends, but in fact, that older woman, she went home to her house where her son lived, and when she got home, he said to her, "Mom, I realized I haven't seen you all day. Where is it that you've been?" And she looked at him and she said to him, "You know, I didn't go out today with this as my plan, but it turns out I had lunch with God. And you know, he's younger than I thought."